We are sorry. The episode you have searched for is no longer in service. Please redial your episode again and try again later. Otherwise, you can listen to the next 2 hours of auto-monetated recordings and random video postings, hopefully which will include into a show. In other words, this is the 404 page of The Brony Show. I am pre-recorded message for you, Circuit Main. We also have random tribulations from random people across the internet. Here's one from Deathlight Productions.
Hello.
We also have different salutations by Tech Stallion.
Salutations, maybe.
And here is also a pre-recorded message from Show Backstop to Koi.
Well, I found where 404 went and went to 104.
And also a quick recorded message from Suka-sama.
Okay, I walked away from all this and just came back, and I'm kind of glad I did.
And of course, we are here to bring you random pre-recorded messages. I'm starting to sound more and more Russian, I swear. We bring you pre-recorded messages from Russian mainland about Brony Show. If you like Brony Show, you will love pre-recorded message, for messages are good. Yes.
Second, the proper way to do a pre-recorded message is to be as monotone and very little.
I've muted Toakoi.
Ha 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 ha.
And that is how I respond to pre-recorded messages, Toakoi. I hang up on him immediately. So, for everybody out there, we are episode 404. So, a quick little jab on that one, obviously. We're not going to take that too far. But instead, we are going to do some fun and insanity here. We are finally going to start delving into talking a little bit about Pony Life, the 4.5 version of My Little Pony that is set in an alternate universe from Friendship is Magic. So any character deviations, weirdness, animation, or story problems you see do not reflect on the main series as a whole.
AKA, think of it as a fanfic that actually got animated.
I don't know about fanfic, but I would just say, just basically take it what it is. It's just a fun little side project. It's not supposed to be serious in any regard. But we'll get to that in a little bit here. We are going to talk a little bit about that. But first, I'd say it's time to warm up our vocal cords and talk a little bit about our daily lives with a little bit of What's Up, Brony? So, what's up, Bronies?
Not much on my end. However, my Sir Daniel Fortescue cosplay is coming along rather nicely. I've put together a sword and shield, and no, I'm not doing the pun there. And I'll even post them in Lounge. Other than that, my life's just been 5 days of work and going live.
Alright. Okay, does anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony?
Yeah. Not really anything that, except for when it goes political, so.
Let's not go too far into that.
Yeah.
In all honesty, the last couple of weeks have been ridiculously exhausting, and even previous week was even more so. So,
it is very draining, and
yeah,
my paranoia has been way up lately because of it.
Yeah,
so.
we're just gonna leave it alone here. This is a nice, relaxing place. Not much here on our side as well, other than the fact that Blanked Mind is once again going to be leaving Casa de Brony show. It doesn't mean that he's leaving the show in general. In fact, there's a chance that he might be on the show a little bit more often because he's not going to be around all times with me to catch my random shenanigans without actually, being part of it. So,
Yay, we're getting Blake back!
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that things are going to be a little bit different around the Brony show. So you can't tell him to smack me now for my dumb jokes. I'm free. I will soon be free of all of your smackings.
That is
You know
honestly
when,
the greatest tragedy. We get to miss out on that.
On
Yeah,
another note, though,
I await the time you will get VR, and he gets VR as well, and he smacks you in VR. And he's like, I know it don't hurt, but it feels damn good to do it.
why do you guys keep trying to smack me? Hi there. How's it going, Blinked?
He didn't tell a bad joke yet.
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything yet. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on, or kind of is going on. I'm not gonna lie. News has been ridiculously sparse this week, so they're probably not going to be talking too much about much of anything, which is kind of good and bad. Well, I mean, it's not bad altogether because it gives us more time to go into random shenanigans, which is always fun. But it kind of sucks too because, it just means that there's not a lot going on to distract. Right now, the summer heat is on. People might be going back to school or work or both. And, yeah, it's just... okay, yeah, it's just the heat. The heat's running crazy. Yeah. I hate the heat.
Also, did we cover Galacon when it did its thing like 2 weekends ago now? I'm guessing no. So that happened.
Right. Alright, well, anyway, does anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony, before we go ahead and move on? Alright, let's go ahead and move on then. Alright, we're starting off with, we're going to delve a little bit into news here because we do got some news going on. Let's see. So, first thing, another online convention. Yes, Ponyfest has set up for 4.0, which will be September 19th, so in a month and a half, well, a month and a week, we will have another online pony convention. Along with that, I do like to remind everybody that Ponyville Cider Fest is also planning on doing both an online and physical convention at the same time. Essentially, I think they're going to be doing their streaming. They're going to be streaming as their panels as well as having them in person because, unfortunately, the hotel is not letting them postpone the contract for a year because of the current pandemic. But we've already went into that. So,
yeah.
But we already went into that. But so Ponyville Cider Fest, they will have their online convention, and I'm hoping to attend physically, but we'll have to see what happens there. Oh, and it looks like we got some news from Legends of Equestria from Cloud of Iconoquist. Looks like they're going to be holding their Summer Friendship Games on the 23rd to the 29th. So there's a chance we might be able to check that out if things still stay pretty slow and quiet. And as I mentioned before on the pre-show, I also got a hold of tea. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to let the silence permeate there. Some of you may remember from last week about the Dragon Tea website that had 6 different pony flavors of tea. I had some extra cash on me, so I decided I want to try testing these out for you and give you guys my report on some flavors. So I got Sorry?
I was going to say, do you know how to do it right? Or do you need somebody to teach you?
I think I know how to do it right, but we'll see how I go on my first run, and maybe I'll ask for some help if I end up not being able to spur. I basically kind of had a self-learn, and even then I'm not 100% positive, to be honest.
I've never really understood the steeping methods. I understand why you have, like, pre-made teas. Use, like, all the twigs and whatnot to put into the mesh. I just never understood how to fully do that right.
Yeah, you just put it in a mesh, and you just, every now and again, you go and adjust it and stuff, and it helps to kind of break up some of the flavors.
Well, as much as I like tea, I'll stick to, like, the sweet tea and black tea that I got.
You scoundrel.
You are an enemy to all mankind. Sweet tea is not a tea. That is a sugar drink.
Circuit, as a proud Southern boy, fuck you.
As a proud Utah, fuck you too.
Yes, fuck you all.
Okay, I will admit. I will admit with sweet tea, basically goes. I would say, if you get somebody that is like that is like several generations Southern, then you might not want to drink their sweet tea because they're probably going to make it incredibly sweet.
Yeah,
I know people that made their tea basically into syrup, then drank it. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. To me, good sweet tea is all about balance.
Yeah. I like putting a little bit of honey in my tea, and that's good for me. So
honestly, I can't judge on
I
sweet
fill
tea.
it with hot water. I put a sweet tea bag in. I put in a normal black tea bag, and I just let it mix.
That's not well. That's not exactly what we're talking about, but fair enough.
Yeah.
But on the sweet tea part,
filthy.
on the sweet tea part, all I have to judge on is literally sweet teas that I got from KFC and recently Popeyes because I got my drink order mixed up, and I don't know. It just feels like the same. It tastes like soda water without the carbonation.
Okay.
But that again, I'm judging off of fast food teas. I don't. That's not an accurate measurement.
This is also where I come into play. This is why, because I actually have to make the tea at times. There's just a big old tea bag, a machine that puts hot water and sweetener into the thing. Yeah.
See, that's where when I worked in at Slotsky's Deli, it was a lot different. We actually measured out the tea that we put into the giant machine, and how much sugar we put into the shit.
That's why even whenever I go to work, I don't drink soda. I drink the tea, but I half cut the sweet tea with the unsweet tea, and it's perfect.
Yeah, I'll give on that one a little bit. Cutting it with the unsweet is pretty good.
I was just working in a food truck for a number of years at rodeos and stuff. So we just always made these giant vats and we let the customers measure how much sugar they want in their tea, and we called it a day for that.
I've just learned to put a little bit of. I'm just learning how to make tea in general, and even just kind of taking it with a little bit of honey. Though I've also learned that the importance of actually buying green tea in bags that are about $6 for the box instead of a big economy size box for $2, because apparently price does make a difference.
Yeah, weird, right?
Oh yeah, who knew that price could equal quality?
So we are skipping out on the Brony show today. We're switching over to the T channel now.
No, but you just gotta remember. No, you gotta remember. It's episode not found. It's episode not found. We're just gonna be talking about tea for a little while. We don't know where the episode is anymore. Okay, let's actually let's get into seriousness here. We are going to be talking about Pony Life episodes 1 and 2. And we are also going to be playing a game of Sorry on Tabletop Simulator, which I realize I probably should have had that loaded up so that people can start jumping into that and getting things preloaded.
Oh, the friendship ender.
Well, this one's going to be done with a twist. I'm going to try to get as many people as possible because we're going to set it up so we have 4 players starting, and when one of your characters get bumped, you get bumped. You get bumped off, and a player waiting will take over your spot. So you may be ahead, but you may not necessarily win the game. It could be somebody that's been sitting and waiting for a good 10 minutes, and then ends up taking over and winning. That's right. This is the ultimate friendship ender. We are going to make sure everybody hates each other by the end of this.
Second, I just want to point out one thing. What if no one is waiting?
What?
Then the game ends. Surely a friendship ender, nobody wins.
If nobody is waiting, then we'll just play a normal Sorry game, and that's that.
You have a good idea, but I'm like, do people want to hop into it, though?
I think they might. We usually have like 5 or 6 people that are usually in a tabletop game altogether, so I think that we have the potential for having that happen. And if we don't, we'll just play Sorry. Who cares? Either way, it's Pony Sorry.
True.
I'm just saying we have a spice up option if we have enough people. So moving on. Now that we put a lemon in our Sorry tea here.
Oh, that's always good, having lemon and tea.
Okay, and yeah, as I mentioned, the online thing. Next, Them's Fightin' Herds has released their 7th character, or at least made the announcement, Shanty the goat. I'm
People
not
are
gonna.
so excited for this character. It's great.
Oh no, it's great though. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I heard that they were gonna come out with a goat character, I just had weird visions of my mind of Grogar for some reason, just like a Grogar, just like some male Grogar goat. I don't know why I didn't think it would be just like. It would be like an actual a female pirate goat. I didn't know why it didn't cross my mind. It should have crossed my mind. It should have been so easy to cross my mind. But yeah, and also anybody asking, we are going to be doing our challenge of the week because I did something for the challenge of the week. Granted, I literally drew it in 15 minutes, but still, we are still going to be doing it. So if you're trying to work on your submissions, you still got some time. Don't worry, we're stalling as best we can for you. But yeah,
we got a pretty good tangent with the T.
Yeah, we got a pretty good T tangent there. But yeah, no, we gotta go.
Did.
We got a goat. I'm actually excited. We got a freaking goat, and it's actually coming out. There's going to be a reveal of the goat later this week. I doubt it's coming out.
Some very weird way, the meaning of the goat, greatest of all time, will have a very different meaning come.
But in any case, yeah, if you want to check out the new character, you'll have a chance later on this week. And finally, in the news, that's right, the news is ridiculously light this week, like I mentioned. And this is kind of a personal note here. Elements of Justice, Part 2 of 3 of the Turnabout Theater has finally released. Now, why am I announcing this? Because Turnabout Theater was actually the second chapter of Elements of Justice, which was a My Little Pony Phoenix Wright crossover that happened several years ago. The original one happened several years ago. Several years ago. And now they finally are releasing the second chapter. Well, the second part of the first chapter. You know, it's complicated. It's convoluted. It's going to get... It'll hurt your head if I try to explain it. But
it's no worse than trying to explain this Marvel Cinematic Universe from a timeline perspective.
Yeah, but I don't think this is from the. Is it from the same elements? Yeah, I don't think it's from the same people that did the original Phoenix Wright My Little Pony crossover. Give me a quick second here.
Also, a new thing came out called The Folly of Celestia, I believe, but I haven't really looked into it.
I was going to touch on that a little bit here, but no, yeah, the original people, PWAA, MLP, FIM, yeah, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic YouTube channel. Yeah, they did the original one 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
And that was
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a while. So seeing another one coming out is pretty exciting, and the fun one about this one, it looks like Blue Blood is actually going to be the prosecutor this time. So we finally get to see Prince, quote unquote, Blue Blood, the annoying unicorn, get slapped around in court. But yeah, the reason we're not going to be showing this on the show itself, it's over 2 hours long. This is not something that we could just show at willy-nilly. You actually have to dedicate the time, get yourself a bucket of popcorn, and enjoy it in full. So, yeah, be sure to... Yeah, so, yeah, if it's something that you like, be sure to check it out, because it is some fun stuff. So, I was just seeing somebody make some messages there. Okay. And finally, that is it for the news. So, we're going to give people a little bit of time for the challenge of the week. So, let's go ahead and talk about the one thing that we're all anticipating. Pony Life. In this case, we're going to be talking about episodes 1 and 2. Or episodes 1 and 2, both parts 1 and 2 of episodes 1 and 2. Of course, that would be the first one, episode 1, part 1 and 2, Princess Probs. This particular episode sees Pinkie Pie going on, getting set up to go onto television to do a baking competition that is hosted by Princess Celestia.
Which, at this moment, it's like, okay, they're doing the cake thing. That's kind of funny.
Well, they're definitely doing the cake things here, but this is also where we kind of get a little bit of an introduction about how the characters are going to be this time around, which they are basically caricatures of themselves. Twilight Sparkle, of course, is neurotic and literally shatters to pieces whenever she gets stressed.
Which is still funny.
Fluttershy basically shrinks and grows like an Ant-Man, depending on her mood. Rainbow Dash is fast. Still. I mean, she can go so fast, apparently she goes Super Saiyan, but she's just fast.
She's
Fast
still not
Brony
as
is
fast as
fast.
Cobble Doll.
Check.
Yeah, fast to Jack. Rarity can summon a fainting couch wherever she is.
That's kind of needed for how dramatic.
I don't know. It's just kind of funny if you think about it. This is like you got the Hall of Superhero Powers. You got Superman.
Summon couch.
Yeah, you got Superman. You got Batman. You got Wonder Woman, and then you got Green Arrow. I could summon a couch.
Second, may I remind you of Mata Eater Lad and On Fall Off Boy.
Look, I'm making a joke.
So, Circuit, are you calling Rarity the Meg of the group?
A little bit, yeah.
What are you? Wait, is that all you do? Is it just make your fingernails go longer? Ow! It's bleeding. It's not bleeding, but ow!
We could honestly go on forever about characters that just show up to die almost immediately after they show up.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it just kind of feels like it because Pinkie Pie can literally explode, which is weird, and it's actually kind of terrifying. In a
basically,
weird way.
Pinkie Pie doesn't really change that much. It's just that now her quirks fit.
Yeah, her quirks actually fit, and she can reform from confetti, so she's essentially invincible. She's a walking explosive that can reform herself. And Applejack stole Pinkie Pie's fourth wall ability, so that's what she does now. Instead of just doing...
She's honest. She's honest with everyone.
I call bullshit on that, but that's going into stuff later.
That's 100... I call a lot of bullshit on that, but yeah, basically Applejack breaks the fourth wall in this case. And Spike... I did not know this one, because I haven't seen the episode yet, apparently. Spike has a magic bubble. Spike is basically... No, Spike is the introvert that can't handle human pressure, so he makes a makeshift bubble whenever he feels stress. He shuts off the outside world.
Also, going back to Pinkie, she's basically a Logia user from One Piece. You can hit her, she'll just turn into confetti and reform and see if nothing happened.
I'm just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on at this point. Yeah. But yeah, so talking about the first episode, as I mentioned, Pinkie Pie is setting up for a baking competition, and this baking competition, of course, is being handled by Princess Celestia. I did not have time to I'm on the actual thing that has all the screenshots here, but I didn't have time to get them sussed out here, so please bear with me a little bit. So yeah, right off the bat here, this is actually one thing that I did like about Pony Life, is the fact that it's not just the main six and Spike. I mean, that was one thing I was definitely afraid of, because the promo images, all we had were the main six and a random one of Spike. And they could have easily just had them in there, in the freaking cupcake shop, doing random shenanigans, nobody else ever showing up. But no, we got others.
Which, give them props for being like, we could have a narrow scope, but like, that's not fun to write.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, the whole point of this is Pinkie Pie is setting up to be part of the baking competition. However, she apparently is a very messy pony, to the distaste of everybody else, including Twilight Sparkle, who is literally losing her shit that Pinkie Pie can't keep things clean. So she managed... Sorry.
Well, okay. To clarify on that, it's not that she's freaking out just because she's not being clean. It's because Twilight has set up the competition as basically saying that they look for being clean in the kitchen and things like that.
They look for perfection in every way.
Yeah, basically she's in a way. It's actually still Twilight caring about her friend. It's just that now they've taken this characterization of her, and so it goes off the rails.
So, flanderization.
Well, that's one way to put it. I prefer to think of it as just cranking up the dial. But, yeah. As you can see, we got the Council of Celestias here, blowing up the planet in anger. Twilight Sparkle, everybody. This is her imagination at work. So what ended up happening for the episode is Twilight, Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, and all their friends try to work together to help Pinkie Pie learn to clean up as she bakes, which, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually probably a good lesson in general to learn, because, you know, if you don't clean up as you go, it can leave a horrible mess that you may not have a hard time cleaning up, or you may never clean up. And take this from somebody who has been starting to learn to cook more often.
Yeah, I think more so than just cleaning up, it's actually, I think they were trying to help her just be flat out more organized in the kitchen. I think is more of what they were going for. Like they're pretty much telling her that, you know, you can't be free, you know, willy nilly on this show. They're going to look for structure from what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is the whole series is based around the potions, and
we'll get to that. We are going to get to that in a moment here. So, but yeah, it did have some the thing about the whole thing there. It did have some funny moments. We got to see like Rarity doing kind of a noir thing, and it took me a little while. I had to listen to this over and over to hear what in the hell she said, though. But that's my problem. But yeah.
I could have been a star too, I tell you. But I gave it all up to focus
I
on
do have to
my
admit that
son
was one of the jokes that actually did make me laugh.
Yeah.
In this episode was where she does the noir scene, and then it goes back to normal, and I think Pinkie was holding what was it,
it was an alto sax. I recognize the saxophone because I played it. Yeah. But yeah, it was playing a saxophone for the noir scene. It was beautiful. So yeah, the comedy is kind of hit and miss, but it's not distractingly bad. It just either lands or it just kind of flies over and you just which is good. In all honesty, it's good for something that we were expecting comedy to be outright terrible. But overall, just to wind up the episode here, Pinkie Pie ends up leaving the scene of the crime while her friends are drowning in bakery dough, which they have to eat themselves out of. And she goes to the competition, where she ends up basically freaking out because she's trying to remember all of the organization her friends told her, but she's also trying to do her own thing, and yeah, it makes a mess. However, she ends up giving Celestia, I think it's actually not cake, but a flan.
She was trying to basically combine flan and cake. That's what she was trying to do.
So she's trying to make a flake?
Sure.
Okay, that's terrible. That was terrible. I feel terrible. Let's see. I'm surprised Twilight and Laser that stuff out of existence. Yeah, but we're gonna put that on hindsight. 2020.
So I'll put it down.
Sim was talking about she wanted to make it big in the movie business, decided to focus on herself. Well, she decided to focus on her suntan, which apparently, long story, so it didn't happen, long story. Doing dishes is Satan. Yes, doing dishes is Satan's work. Nobody ever do dishes. It's Satan's work.
I've actually been called in to do dishes.
Yeah. But it is kind of funny though, because Celestia is essentially like the host of a cooking show instead of the Princess of Equestria, though she kind of is at the same time. I don't quite get a good impression on that. I'm not sure if she's just doing this for fun now, or if actually.
I'm thinking it's just a thing where she's Princess Celestia, so she's basically just so I think she's just pulling some strings to be able to just sit there and be like, yay, I get to eat cake I get to eat cake and nobody will be none the wiser.
Actually, I love that. I love that. Instead of Celestia practice, I love this. Instead of her previous incarnation of practicing self-control, this one actually manipulates the system so she doesn't have to. I love that. It's like, oh, you're terrible, but your cakes are so delicious, so we're going to just bring you in the competition anyway. Yeah. But in all honesty, though, it is an okay episode. It's not bad. It's not great. Pony Life is not going to replace Friendship is Magic. But at the same time, it's not going... I think it's going to have that fun little niche where you just kind of enjoy it for what it is and move on. It's just, haha, that's a good chuckle. Good 11 minutes of my life. Let's go ahead and do something else. But, of course, as we mentioned, the potions are a thing now. Of course, the potions are kind of in and out. They're not a main plot point. In fact, they did the potion thing near the end. Where everybody, how can I... Let me see. I got a better picture of this. But essentially, they round table this thing. Instead of just saying, okay, here's the potion. Let's see what quirky... here's the potion of the day that's going to cause our problems for this week. Which, in this case... where is it? This is why I got to get my screenshots in order next time. But I'm really falling behind on everything nowadays.
I know there was an impersonation potion.
Okay, well, essentially, they just spread out the potions to everybody and let them test it out and see what they do. The potions are essentially just quirky little stupid things that they do to pass time. It's kind of funny in a weird way, but yeah, that's what they do. That's what the potions do.
If I was a Batman, which I'm not, I would say somehow, some way, some of these potions may come back to...
Actually, vaguely, the potions do get a slight explanation later on in the series, which I will give them some credit for, or at least where they come from.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it's basically it's only the latest episodes I think are even really addressing that.
Yeah.
Also, they set up a possible antagonist, but that's
we're gonna leave the antagonist thing alone here. This seems a little too slice of life to have a permanent antagonist in any regard. But, speaking of which, let's go on to the second episode. The second one, of course, being, holy shit, what the hell is this kid?
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I will say this, out of the show, most of them, pretty much, I've seen every episode so far, and for the most part, I'm like, okay, that was a thing, whatever. And it's fine, I'm somewhat entertained, I don't have much issue. I hated this episode. I absolutely hated it, and it's mainly because of the main guy in this. Because this is the one with Rainbow Dash trying to be the worst, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's trying to be the best at being the worst.
So this dishwater slog guy. I don't know. He just sucked everything good about this episode out to me. I don't know. I just didn't care. I mean, kudos to the voice actor and everything because they did. They played their character just fine, and all that. But I just couldn't care. If it was more about Rainbow Dash questioning this guy or something like that, I feel like this would have worked better as a Rainbow Dash questioning this guy's way of life versus competing with him. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Although that's not out of character for Dash.
Well, it's not out of character for her to compete in being the best at something, but competing at trying to be the worst is ridiculously out of character. Even if it's trying to be the best at the worst. Which kind of weird in itself, because if you're the best at the worst, you're no longer the worst, you're the best, which doesn't make you worse anymore. it's a catch-22. You can't be the best of the worst. If you're the
Or
worst of the
just
worst,
cannot win.
if you're the worst of the
it's
worst,
a
it means you're the
looping
best.
paradox.
So yeah, there is no adding to this.
Okay,
But-
would it be a looping paradox or a looping oxymoron?
It's a looping paradox.
That is-
It's not an oxymoron. It's a looping paradox.
Okay.
But you know, as much as I don't like Dishwater Slog, I think I find him interesting but not compelling. Just kind of like that weird character that is kind of thrown in there for no reason whatsoever. It's the little foal that looks up the rainbow that just drives me the absolute crazy.
Oh god, that thing. Like that's the only like. Oh my god, it's like we learned two things in this episode. One, I hate Dishwater Slug, and two, oh my god, they managed to make foals even worse.
No, here's it.
Yeah,
90%.
that-
This is the face that this kid makes 90% of the time. He does not look at anybody. He is looking in the distance. He is out there. He is gone. I don't know where he got what happened to him when he was growing up, or what happened to him when his parents were growing him. For all I know, they were on some wacky tobacco or something. But yeah, no, he is.
Yeah.
He is in a far all other dimension here. He is somewhere else.
100-yard stare with clouds over it.
If he's staring at the viewer's soul, he's not even doing that. He's looking past the viewer. It's like he's seeing the devil that's behind us that only appears when we can't see it.
It's behind you.
They were on potions when they.
I will say.
Oh, I like that. Actually, DM21 is a good one. They were on potions when they had him. Don't fool around with potions about pregnant kids. He's a
just
potion
wanna say,
brat.
Yeah. If they. I have to give props to the designer of this character. You have made the foals from G4 actually look logical. Congratulations.
That is a stretch.
Very big stretch. Okay, I'm trying to find a better one of this, but there is one moment I did like when Rainbow Dash drinks a random potion to try to be worse, and ends up getting laser eyes that zaps a cake into formation. I don't know why, that was so off the wall. I found it hilarious to me.
That sounds like one of those short animations you'd see from the fandom.
It sounds so much like a fan animation. That is exactly what I would think of it.
I honestly think, looking more into the show, it is basically if fan animators got a show and the voice actors and just did random stuff at this point.
That's pretty much what they are doing at this point. It is random stuff.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Now, the really dumb thing is, I swear I saw a full animated clip of her basically shooting the cake and forming into position. This is the only thing I can find right now with her just her eyes starting to glow. So,
honestly,
yeah.
I can't help you there. I am not the master of Derpy Boru. Call upon the CMC if you want.
And unfortunately, trying to look with your glowing eyes on Derpy Baru is a loaded gun of a term. And I have all my filters on. If I'm saying it's a loaded gun and I got my filters on, you can't imagine the shit I'm seeing. So I'm not going to
have
describe
best
it.
of the worst and the laser eyes. See if that helps.
I don't think it's going to.
Well, you never know.
Well, I'm looking through everything of best of the worst, and it's not showing.
Okay, well, anyway, this has nothing to do with the topic, so.
It doesn't. No. Okay. But yeah, best of the worst. It wasn't the best. So far, it may be considered the worst. However, it's just annoying. It's weird. The moral makes no sense in a way, and it just feels kind of hackneyed in a way. The dishwater guy kind of sucks. What can he do?
Yeah. It's what it is that it does a poor job of doing its moral, which is just all its moral is don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah.
Dear Princess Celestia, I didn't learn a dang thing.
I learned nothing.
Oddly enough,
I ain't learned nothing.
Yeah, this is reminding me of Ghostbusters. You know, Trixie's first episode, and I'm like, how did that do this better than this?
I'm not going to lie though, it was a little funny just seeing his utter confusion when they're just like, you know what? Remember that's just like, you know what? I'm the best. Whatever. They actually start putting roses on her and praising her, and they're like, what the hell? This is not the competition. What the fuck? Stop praising her.
We got a competition, so we said screw it and just have fun.
It was stupid, but it was just the randomness of it was kind of funny. But that's just my thought. Little bits here. So that was Pony Life episodes 1 and 2. Be sure to check it out if you have some time. Unfortunately, again, there is no official releases in the US yet, so you can find it online. Go through Equestria Daily or go through other possible providers.
Go through the sneaky ones we do not recommend.
We go to Equestria Daily or go to different Brony boards, and I'm sure that somebody will suggest it. We can't because because we kind of have to keep our hooves clean. So sorry about that, guys. I wish I could help you there. But yay for ponies. Anyway, moving on. So, the challenge of the week. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to have to try to summon him now. We have the challenge...
So, in tabletop, Commander
I saw.
Okay, yeah, I lost my slide whistle here for the moment. That's what I get for starting to sort things. I sort things so now I can't find things. Go figure.
Ornez Chaos is lost.
Well, let's try this. Let's try the kazoo. Let's try the kazoo summoning. Holy shit! It worked.
Yay!
The kazoo worked.
Hey, circuit. How about we just wait for just a moment, just a bit? I can coffee.
Just a moment, just a bit.
No. Okay.
But
by the way,
No,
I just
nothing.
want to say on behalf of Creature, mayonnaise is no longer valid. Mayonnaise does not exist. It's not. There is no mayonnaise. No. Just no mayonnaise. Please, no mayonnaise.
How can we have mayonnaise cake?
No chocolate mayonnaise cake. This is an ungodly thing that should have never existed. Mayonnaise is canceled forever. Fuck mayonnaise. Actually, don't actually fuck mayonnaise. I don't need to know the result.
But it's slip.
okay, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not sure I want to know what's going on.
I'm a little more curious though. I'm scared yet intrigued.
That's when I'm not sure. So the
challenge of the week, the protest initiative challenge this week was male.
And the challenge of the week was summer. Or was it summer heat? I don't know. I'm kind
Summer heat.
It just says summer on there. So
Wait,
at least
I'm
on
having a
the
flashback.
notes.
Well, yeah, but
Wasn't there like a long ago one of those art packs named Summer Heat that was
no.
Yeah, there is.
No. We're not doing that one. No. But
Okay.
as I mentioned, I did do a little bit of an art challenge for myself here. This was done in 15 minutes right after I cooked spaghetti before the pre-show. So yeah, I did not have a lot of time to do this. And in fact, I kind of screwed up on the head a little bit, so I made it so it looks like I'm trying to peek out from a sewer drain. We all float down here, and it's not hot. I think.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. What are you doing?
Bro, keep going. I want to know all the juicy information. Okay.
But in this case, it shows me trying to avoid the summer heat while trying to mail a letter in a post box.
I'll second from what I'm seeing there. It just seems like you're down on the ground, like almost.
Well, I was initially going to go for it, just like I was walking and the heat literally sapped my strength, so I'm just kind of reaching up with my hoof to try to get the letter. But after I saw how I drew it, it didn't look quite right, especially the head. Then I realized that I kind of went with the sewer tray thing.
About to say, you just kind of gone for the zero clip god mode here.
Well, I'm just making it look like I'm kind of poking out of a sewer head, so it's the best I could do to make it look good without redrawing a good chunk of it. But yeah, I should have gone with I should have gone for the head first. Should have gone for the head.
Should have gone for the head.
So yeah. But yeah, there is my little art challenge. So here is the entries that we did get. Let's go ahead and start off with our common delivery with Toakoi, who is a robot mail runner. So he didn't exactly have the always wanted to be a mail person when I grow old. Really?
Yep.
You know,
I'll
I'll take it. No, I'm not gonna argue it. It's an okay
In
profession.
all fairness, it's a good profession.
No, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
There's no argument here. It's a decent profession, or at least hopefully it will be again.
Also, Toa, I've got to say, this is a very complex picture from you. I really admire the fact that you challenged yourself to make a really nice city scene. You did a good job.
in all honesty, all I did was take a lot of squares and a lot of lines and just go to town.
Hey, I mean, you're putting a bunch of effort in there to give it some more background, and I appreciate that. You're doing
Also,
great.
I took the whole iconography of the mail stuff from Debbie's last image of being a mailman.
Toa, don't reveal the man behind the curtains. Just take the compliment.
I know.
Ignore the man behind the curtains.
Well, you can see I tried to do the logo. I tried, but it's so hard to get a good image off of that.
Hey, you're doing fine.
That's fair enough. And I'll give it to him though. At the same time, this almost looks like a little scene that you would get from one of those WarioWare things. Quickly deliver the mail. Dun dun dun. But no, it's okay. It's good. So I'm gonna give this the Going to Town award.
Nice.
Thank you. And we also have an entry from Deathlight Productions. Granted, it doesn't exactly fit into summer heat or postage, but I'm going to go with summer fun because I can imagine that somebody wearing this to a summer battalion.
Yeah, just one of the many things I commissioned. There's also going to be a swimsuit, a casual dress, as well as a school uniform that's going to be coming up with nice song in those suits. So,
Were you going for a commission of a pony or Miss America?
I'm going for a commission of a Chimera. She's not a pony anymore, really.
Yeah. I'm barely paying attention.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Well, I
did do a command of something odd piece.
Out of curiosity, who's the artist who drew this?
I actually posted the link directly below that.
Oh,
So if
nice.
you want to look at it.
Yeah, there's a Twitter link right below it.
Sweet. Ooh, there it
Yeah.
is.
And as always, a reminder: artists, their main source of income is not coming in right now because a lot of the artists, this is their job. They just do art and go to cons and sell stuff. And right now, a lot of the cons are not running, so they're actually not making a lot of money right now. So
Though a lot of the
go
online
commission your artists.
do hit up and commission artists. A lot of them do need the help. Even those that are doing okay with online conventions could still use a little more help because it's, you know, because right now everything sucks for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Also, I've done at least 2 other images. One of Commander from, I believe it's Motor City Records, like little character. Oh, Motion City, sorry, my fault. Their little version of Commander there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think of that.
The art of the album inspired me, and I did a proto-colored image of Running Tab, which, yes, that is as I draw my female bases, not just, characters.
Of course, yeah. All right, yeah. Running Tab, we created her literally last week by complete accident. However, I finally finalized her colorings mostly because I realized that the coat and mane and everything that I gave her, she was really close to Applejack. So I switched things up a bit.
Yeah, it's mainly the mane and tail that got changed.
Well, yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty much the thing there. I mean, I know the coat was okay-ish, but the blonde and the coat just kind of got it really close to Applejack color. So I changed it more to match an Earth Pony Whiskey Pony, Earth Whiskey.
Yeah.
So, well,
yes,
sorry.
I was gonna say now people can do a fan art of her.
Well, they could always do fan art of her, but now there's more to go around for more options and ideas. But finally, we do got a story from Ponyman64, which I just pasted here into the show notes. Behold, as we talk more about Bonehead.
The story continues.
Derpy waited at the desk of the shipping
Actually,
office.
you know what, Circuit? I've never read one of these. Why don't I do one?
You know what? Okay, Suki, are you in the show notes?
Yeah, I'm in the show notes, and give me just a moment. I'm going to mute my mic while I move it closer to do this.
Go right ahead. So everybody, here is Ponyman64 story by Suki.
Derpy waited at the desk of the shipping office. She was glad she had moved on from deliveries, especially in this summer heat. Case in point, the doctor walked in drenched with sweat. He shuddered as the cool air washed over him. "Good afternoon, Derpy," he said as he approached the desk. "Hey, Doc, here to send the package?" "Of course. I'll ship the princess with the Blue Jay," the doctor said as a joke. Did you ever find that bubble you were looking for?" Derpy asked. "No, but I know where it is. No pony can really get it, so that's good enough for now." They continued to chit-chat while Bonehead and Numbskull entered. As Numbskull began filling out some paperwork, Bonehead looked around. When he spotted Derpy, he began laughing. "Oh my god, look at this mare's eyes," he said, pointing and laughing cruelly. "I guess you would have to be I'm not saying that word. Sorry, I refuse to say that word. You have to be to work at a place like this." Bonehead continued laughing as Numbskull, with his ears pinned, said timidly, "Bonehead, you shouldn't say things like that. You're going to make her boyfriend mad." "Oh, you mean this wet noodle?" Bonehead said, rounding on the doctor. "What's a gelding like you gonna do about it?" "I'm not the type to solve my problems with fisticuffs," the doctor said calmly. "I believe all differences can be solved through well-reasoned discussion." "Ha!" Bonehead said with an air of self-satisfaction. "Unfortunately for you, I'm not her boyfriend." "He is," the doctor pointed, and Bonehead turned around to see Bulk Biceps approaching with an expression indicating he meant business. Bonehead's face immediately turned to panic, followed by him scrambling away. In panic, he ran straight through the wall, leaving a pony-shaped hole, which Discord poked his head through. "I'm going to leave this here all day," he said. Numbskull embarrassingly hands over his package to Derpy. "Sorry," he said, not knowing what else to say. "Maybe you should stop hanging around that guy." Or, wait, sorry. I meant...
Maybe.
"Maybe you should stop hanging around that guy," Bulk Bicep said. "Seems like he keeps putting you in places you don't want to be in." Numbskull left the office awkwardly. That's it.
So much power.
So much. All right, I'm gonna give this the Ponyman64 the Sudden Censorship Award, as well as the Trope Shipping Award.
Yeah, I never really got that. I never hated the chip, but it's like, why Mordecai and Twilight?
There's a joke to it, especially with the song. I just don't know what it is. But then again, sometimes the memes don't make sense.
Memes don't have to make sense.
Yeah, so
I agree that they together look kind of cute, but it's also one of those things of why.
sorry once again, Ponyman. Even if it's in their character, no, I'm not saying saying that word. The only reason I say that word is if we're talking scientifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit of a trouble word for people, so I can respect that. So, but yeah, otherwise, so thank you, Ponyman64. Continuing on with the story of Bonehead. Like it. And here's a hyper-realistic photo just for giggles. And here, while we show the hyper-realistic photo, let's go ahead and issue next week's challenge. Next week's challenge, Shark Pony. So apparently you guys want a Shark Pony week? Very well. We shall make next week's challenge Shark Ponies. Show us your Shark Pony skills. Make a pony into a shark. Or shark into a pony. Or somehow combine the two. Except for having the shark eat the pony. That wouldn't be good. No. That's our challenge.
Just make a mer pony. Problem solved.
But that's next week's
Same
challenge. And how about our protest initiative challenge?
Process initiative count. Yeah.
Okay.
My mouth malfunctioned. Hang on.
I've had a bit of a dysfunction.
All right. Apprentice initiative challenge this week is energy drinks.